It's time to go!
Arsenal! Arsenal! Oh my God! What happened to? I know what happened. I know what happened to you. What happened to you? What happened to Arsenal? I know. I know what happened to Arsenal.
Yeah, you got bodied from start to finish, blood. Yeah.
Yes, you did. Bodied 3-0 by Aston Villa. Listen, what a performance by Dean Smith and his guys. Absolutely astoundingly good, no doubt about it. Do me a big favor, people, though. Hit the like button right now, please. Hit the like button. Hit the share button as well. It's really important to the Football Terrace that you get that done. Nearly 2,000 people tuning in already. Hit the like button now. Banter FC are back again. Back again. Banter FC in the house. Listen, this is their crown. It's their crown. Their crown is here. Ready for every... Yo, Adam! What happened, bro? What happened, bro?
I don't know. I don't know, Terry. I don't know.
I think
yeah. Maybe it is trust the process, because the thing is, I've said it before on a couple of shows. I think I've made the acknowledgement that Arteta is a defensive coach. I understand that now. And I don't think I can expect to go out and beat teams like 3-4-0. Even when we beat Manchester United, it's not like we battered you. It's not like we created 6-7 chances and we only scored one. We were dominant, but we didn't really have much to show for it. And then you come up against a team like Aston Villa, who are putting flipping 7 goals past Liverpool with a Virgil van Dijk in their side. And you're thinking, have we really got what it takes? We struggled against flipping that team, Mulder, in the week. And I don't really feel like we dominated it. I don't know, man. I really don't know where we're going.
I want to say this without trying to be overly kind of hysterical. I've been saying it for a few weeks with Arsenal. Good results. You've been very... I don't want to use the word negative. I sound like I'm being a hater.
No, but I hear you, though.
Very pragmatic in your approach. As soon as you went a goal down, it was going to be tough because you barely score goals against anybody that you play against. You find it hard to break teams down. But you were 1-0 down. There's 50, 60 minutes on the clock. And I'm watching Villa attack you, and they're doing well. You had 11 men behind the ball. And for me, it's like you can't expect to get back into a game when you've got 11 men behind the ball. And defensively, I've seen holes and frailties in this for a number of weeks now, and you get people like Igal always coming out with no, defensively we're here, defensively we're sound, defensively we sorted things out, and it's like, mate, it's there. I thought United were going to slap you. I thought we were going to be the ones to put these 2 or 3 goals past you. It didn't happen for us, but Villa went and did it tonight, and in fairness to them, they could have scored 6, 7, 8 goals tonight.
That's the thing about Aston Villa. They're very good. I've been saying it for I remember when all the Grealish, Maddison debates were happening, and I was like, listen, Grealish is a tier, at least one tier above Maddison. Grealish, Ollie Watkins is performing now as well. Like the whole team, it just looks far more balanced than it did last season. And I'm not surprised that they managed to put 3 goals past Arsenal.
And I hear that. Look, Zane here saying just a slight setback. And look, it is a slight setback. It's a 3-0 defeat. It's how you bounce back from this. It's how does this damage the confidence? But most fans watching Arsenal, without even trying to be salty, have said for a few weeks now, this has been a dot on the cards. This could definitely happen. This is something that isn't just a kind of flash in the pan sort of result. It's true. And look, banter-wise, we're going to love this. We're going to love this a lot. Message here for Mikel Arteta.
It's time to go!
Sorry, a little message there just in from Mikel Arteta there. Sorry, just getting all these messages coming in and look, the banter is what the banter is. Daniel here says, man like Zayn, deluded as always. You got destroyed by Villa. And it was that tonight. And do you know what I love about this as a rival? And I've got to rub it in. I'm sorry, guys. It's the international. This is 2 weeks now. You got to live with this result.
That's the worst thing.
2 weeks. You got to live with this, bro. Comment here from Aaron says, I was waiting for this. The Arsenal fans coming on here since they got slapped. Sorry, they won't get slapped. It's only a matter of time. Yeah, they all said, and that's the thing. We won't get beat badly. We won't concede lots of goals. It's a madness. It's a madness. It was always a dot on the cards to happen at some point. It really was. We're going to get some more of the panel in. Claire here of a super chat. Thank you, Claire. Get your super chats in now. More importantly than that, 2,100 people watching. All of you hit the like button for the Football Terrace right now, please. Smash the like button. Let's get the rivals on here as well. This is what we're all about. Let's get people involved right about now. Yes. Sorry, I've got all these comments up on the screen. What's going on? We've got Elite KJ here, David's here, Jem's here. Look at David's dancing. David's dancing. So happy. I think Adam might have frozen. I'm not too sure. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back. He's cool. I mean, guys, Arsenal just got an absolute slapping. KJ, what are you saying?
Them bummy boys, fam. Let's go again. Let's run it back. All right, listen. The way that Aston Villa were tearing these men apart was beautiful. I've heard Arsenal fans say they've got the best defense in the league. That don't look like no best defense in the league. They had their opposition goalkeeper. They had him at their club, and chose to get rid of him. Him over Leno, bro. It's just all beautiful.
You know what makes it even more beautiful? This is the whole thing even more beautiful. Just me, David, and Jem were on air with Igal.
Yeah.
People were like, "Are you nervous at all?" And he's like, "No, it'll be a game, easy, score a couple of goals." Lacazette, he said Lacazette would score. Like that's what makes it beautiful. Igal legitimately was like, "This game is no problem for us. This game." According to Igal, was going to be no problem for Arsenal tonight. And it's one of the most embarrassing results. Listen, it's not as embarrassing as Liverpool getting beat 7-2, no doubt. It's on par with United losing the way we did to Tottenham, but Tottenham are a top-level team that are challenging for the title.
It ain't. No, it
yes,
ain't.
it is.
No,
yes,
it is.
Part of the
No,
reason
it is
why.
not,
Hey,
guys.
listen,
Come
bruv, right?
on.
You went to you went to Old Trafford and you won 1-0, right? Only Arsenal. The next game could go and play Aston Villa.
Hang on, guys.
Shocking.
Now you got 2-1. What happened to your boys tonight? I tell you what, you got this.
Yeah, you got bodied from start to finish, blood.
You guys got beat up tonight. What went wrong for Arsenal, bro?
Honestly, we're not positive enough. We were not even attacking. We're at home. We let Martinez be the home goalkeeper. We let him be the guy who was not facing any shots. He was at home. He came back to the Emirates first time, and he didn't have to face a shot. He sat down. He could have had a cup of tea in the goalpost because we didn't attack. We didn't take a shot. We didn't take many shots on target. Honestly, throughout the whole team, I felt like Gabriel had a good game because he had to, because the man was saving us on numerous occasions. Some of our players were acting absolutely playing horrendous. And you know what? Everyone can face some criticism today, especially Arteta can get criticized. I'm not with this whole thing where people are saying, "Oh, put that out," stuff like that. That's ridiculous. You have to take a hard look at yourself if you're blaming a manager already who's been in here in the job for 6 months of actual football being played. Take a hard look at yourself. But right now, today, Arteta, he needs to play Aubameyang up top. He needs to play Aubameyang up top, play Willian, Pepe, Aubameyang. Lacazette needs to be dropped because the guy is not He's not even doing regular football things. He's not getting in front of the striker. He's not getting in front of the defenders to try to get near the ball. He thinks magically the ball is going to go through John McGinn or go right through a defender, right to him, like it's going to just pass right through the player physically. He's absolutely brain dead. I don't know what's going on with Lacazette. I just came on here a few seconds ago. I absolutely embarrassed myself backing this guy consistently because he's constantly letting us down. He's constantly letting us, the whole team down and the whole fan base. And you know what, Alexander Lacazette, you need to get your shit together, bro, because you're not going nowhere until January. And I'm going to back my players as long as they're here. But yo, this guy needs to take a hard look at himself. Arteta, with the Aubameyang, you need to start playing him up top. We need to figure out a different.
You have no plan B. You have no plan B.
That is true. That is true.
I want one second before we go to this. Zane here in the comments, chief contributor to the Football Terrace, says it's time to get Brendan Rodgers in. I'm calling it now. We still beat United, shows how rubbish you are, but he's calling for Brendan Rodgers to come in.
It doesn't mean shit, Terry. If we beat United or not, we could beat Chelsea. We could beat Manchester United. We can beat Tottenham. It doesn't mean nothing if we can't beat Aston Villa at home. It doesn't mean a thing. Nothing at all.
Of course it doesn't mean a thing. And how embarrassed are you as well to get beat by like a relegation team, like 3-0 and beat badly as well?
Honestly, you know the worst thing about it is. We have two full weeks to reflect on this and just look at it. And this is the last thing we're gonna have going into the international break.
I've got nothing left.
Do you regret any of your support for Mikel Arteta in terms of?
No, never. I'm backing my manager because he has come in and he's shown that he is coming in and stamping his authority on certain things. Other people that have come in before, like Unai Emery, I'm going to call him out. He came in and he was a passenger. He let the board dictate everything.
4 defeats in 8 games so far this season. 4 defeats in 8 games this season. Is that good? Is that good enough for Arsenal Football Club at all? 4 defeats in 8 games.
Of course it's not good enough, because if that continues, that would mean we'd finish the season with over 12 losses. That cannot happen. It can never happen. Double-digit losses for any top 6 team is an embarrassment of a season.
Igal, are you more worried about that you ain't got no plan B, bruv? Because I said it before, you guys have got no other way of playing under Arteta. I'm telling you now.
I think you need to figure out a way to get Aubameyang into the game more often. Playing him on the left no longer works. We've been figured out by teams like Aston Villa, and we have to start playing. We have to start playing Aubameyang up top.
There is a way to get Aubameyang more
and
involved.
sort it out.
There is a way to get Aubameyang more involved. Stop playing 10 men behind the freaking ball.
Oh yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Common sense.
This isn't a system issue in terms of, for me, this isn't a system issue in terms of formation. It's about how many men you put forward into the attack. Look, when you beat us, people think you're being salty when you talk about it, right? But for large parts of the game, you had like 10, 11 men behind the ball, and it worked for you on that occasion. So many Arsenal fans have come on here calling you out as an individual because you've overly supported it and saying it's okay when you're up against the big teams and they'll beat you up away from home. But you guys play with 5 defenders against Dundalk. Like you play against Aston Villa at home, 10 men behind the ball the whole time. When you went with the problem is when you play like that, when you go a goal behind, it's almost impossible to win because you're barely scoring more than 1 goal a game. If you go 2 goals behind, you're dead because you can't attack. You can't.
There's one consistent thing though, Terry.
Sorry, bro. You can't have a team that doesn't attack, game in, game out, week in, week out, and then suddenly say, "Yo, guys, now start attacking." They can't do it like that. People don't work like that, bro. This is on Arteta.
Listen.
4 defeats out of 8 games, but
dead.
At any level is poor. Like we've got a manager at our club who's lost 3 of his opening 7 games, and we're on his neck. I'm not saying call for him to be sacked, but you can't just be happy with these defeats because you think you're improving. I don't see how big the improvement is, bro.
I'm not seeing any improvement.
Let's be serious though. Nah, guys,
What? Adam, you're frozen, by the way. No, I'm serious. I'm serious with Arsenal. I've been saying it for weeks and weeks and weeks. The stats back it up. You guys aren't special. You're not. Last week against United, you did not win that game. United lost it for themselves. I was saying it. I've been saying it. And when teams come to you and they actually get like as soon as Villa got the first goal, I knew you were done for. I knew it because you don't change. regardless if you're playing Dundalk, Rapid Vienna, Arsenal, Barcelona, it's the same. 10 men behind the ball. We're going to hope Aubameyang scores a worldie, which he bangs one every 7-8 times.
Oh,
that's
it.
the hope.
Yeah,
that's the whole dream.
That's it.
This must burn more for you, because when we was trying to tell you this multiple occasions, you're like, no. You guys are wrong. Mikel Arteta's got the plan. He's the future. He will take us to the promised land. And here we are. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying Arteta won't be he's going to be a terrible coach in the future. I think he's going to be a good coach. But right now, let him be what he is. Stop expecting him to take
He's a caretaker. You're going about Ollie Gunnar being a PE teacher. You've got a caretaker, bro.
Zane puts a super chat in here and says, and I think he pulls on a lot of right things here. Gal, we got stuffed by the Peaky Blinders. I like the joke. But in no passion, disgrace, we banter like United. Maybe not that bad. Listen, today, the banter is there for Arsenal. I didn't see any fight from yourselves today. Your heads went down. Listen, I know he came off with injury at halftime, but this is even the gas on Thomas Partey.
He got bodied by McGinn.
He did in the first. And the irony in this whole thing is last week, Thomas Partey was as good as Claude Makelele. Like, bro, it's one game.
Yeah.
One game.
John McGinn came to the Emirates and bodied him like he wasn't even there. You see the finish on John McGinn? I don't see Partey doing that.
I believe that was disallowed as well, man. That's
the reason why you don't see Partey doing that is because he's 40 yards behind the middle line. He's at the edge of the box every time. He's not near the Dean Smith came to Arsenal and went, you know what, I'm going to attack. How come Arteta's not thinking the same thing?
Listen, I ain't got no sympathy for Arsenal fans because you guys set yourselves up for this. You always do it. You win one game, and you go on about great this, great that, and then you got to lose a game, and you got to pretty much cover up for what you were saying the other week. Do you know what I mean? Like it happens with Arsenal. We're going
to do some super chats and get some more fans on. Listen, over 5,000 people. What I need you all to do though is hit the like button, please. Hit the like button right now. If we go past 2,000 likes, we will trend up one of the top trends on YouTube right now. So hit the damn like button, people. Let's banter Arsenal. They deserve it. They deserve it because they bantered us like mad last week when we deserved it. Yes. If there's Arsenal are a one-man team. If Aubameyang isn't the scorer, they are rubbish. If he gets injured, Arsenal are finished. I do think there's an element of truth in that as well, you know. Like, you have match winners. You have no one that scores goals. We're going to throw a few more people in now. We've got Cam, and we've got Spurs fan, joint top of the league, or second maybe, Josh in the house.
Yes.
Listen, Cam, we'll come to you first. You beat Man United last week. You were gassed, but tonight, you were embarrassed. You were humbled. You were ripped apart. You were absolutely...
I was laughing, Terry, bro.
You got bodied. From start to finish, blood. Yeah? Blood.
I saw it from last week. I only gassed it up because I've got United fans. Most of my guys are United fans, so I just gassed it up because of that, innit? And United are the most banterous club when it comes to club on club sort of bantering each other. But I literally said to my mates today, I said, don't ever, as a United fan, don't ever complain about your team again. Look at Arsenal's team and just know there's hope for you, man.
Cam, all the Arsenal fans...
You think I'm lying? Do you know what it is? All jokes aside, yeah. I've been saying it. This defensive football is not going to get us anywhere. Villa ripped us tonight like we was a League 2 team. Like we were Barnet, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, no disrespect to Barnet because they're my home team. Big up Barnet, come on. But still, like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, they did.
Any Arsenal fan that's even going to try and defend tonight, or even defend any player tonight, you don't deserve to be an Arsenal fan. I'm sorry. The reason why I'm laughing, is because I'm used to this. I accepted this in 2012, all this crap. So I'm used to this. But that's what I have to say, man.
I hear what
so I'm gonna laugh at my team as well. So you can call me a fake fan, but I'm not a fake fan.
Yeah, I want to comment to a gal here from Red United. He says, talk about panic buys. How dare you? Saying United panic buy. Partey is the greatest panic buy of the year. He's not the player you needed. What's your response to that, gal?
Oh, thank you. Who said that?
That's Red United.
whoever you are, yeah. What did I say? I told you, man. Party time where? Oh, the fight must got shut down by the police or something, bruv.
Do you remember when someone
got
said
locked
a certain
down,
party
bruv.
is better than Kante? Do you remember that? Party is better than Kante.
Bro,
He said
I
that,
know,
Igal.
man.
Did Igal say that?
Igal said he was better than Kimmich.
Oh,
No, I never said that. I never said that.
Also,
don't lie about me.
Jordan Touch here says, "Hi Terry, would Arsenal fans take finishing 8th again if they won another FA Cup?"
Yes.
No.
As long as Tottenham don't win a trophy, they'll take that every year.
Yeah. As long as Tottenham don't win the trophy, innit? I'll take the trophy, innit? I'll take the trophy, innit?
Samuel, in a minute. I want to speak to Josh. Josh, listen, your boys are flying at the minute, top of the league. Igal came on it earlier as a
Leicester top of the league.
Leicester top of the league.
Spurs are flying high up and around the top of the league. I'll rephrase it. How good is it to see Arsenal finally come unstuck this season?
Do you know what? It's inevitable, isn't it? It's inevitable. It's like something that I don't know if you remember, but at the end of last season when we finished above them, me and Igal went head to head then. And I was saying to him, look, it's going to happen again and again and again until there's serious club changes. Like, Arteta's not the guy for me. I'm not just going to say that he's a terrible manager or whatever, but Arsenal are renowned for playing attacking football. Arteta's come in, they bantered us all summer. And when Jose came in saying, oh, you're going to play Stone Age football, look at us. We're second top scorers in the league. We were top scorers till Chelsea's game yesterday. You lot are fucking playing like some caveman football. Like, what is that? You're getting men behind the ball when you're on the attack. Like, you lose the ball and quickly get back into shape. Like, you're like like battling relegation or something. Like, honestly, like
Sean Dykes could do the same job.
Sean Dykes.
Yeah, it's true. Do you know what the thing is? Do you know what the thing is? I heard Igal earlier, like with some venom in his voice on your show, talking about as soon as you said, "Oh, Spurs are playing well," and he's like, "No, they haven't played any top teams. They haven't played any top teams." So that's why I have no sympathy for you, Igal. Innit? I would usually be like, "Do you know what? I feel sorry for Igal because he's one of the Arsenal fans that I like, innit?" But like, nah, you deserve it. You deserve it. I mean, you deserve it.
You do deserve it, Igal. The biggest reason you deserve it, Igal, is because whenever anybody's been just constructive about Arsenal, you've dismissed it. Oh, there's a little hole here, maybe. No, trust the process. You haven't wanted to see that this could happen. We're joined by the voice of reason, man. Like
process. You call that a process?
Claude, what happened? What went wrong?
What process? What we bring Chelsea players into our retirement home for them, yeah? While they go and buy Zilic and we bring the fucking that Willian. Jesus fucking Christ. Useless. Absolutely useless. All this carrying after the Man United game. Oh, Arsenal are back. Champions League. We're the top 4. You're joking. Rubbish. And having a go at Spurs. Spurs and Chelsea are far ahead of us. Far ahead of us. You know why?
Why?
Because they got bloody coaches that know what they're fucking doing.
Oh, here we go.
Yes,
Claude.
Wait, hang on.
Park the bus, Arteta. What's he done now? Done for us now.
No, but the thing is,
Park the bus,
Claude, you can't stack a manager every season. This is the problem. He's done too much.
He should not have been appointed in the fucking first place.
Mate.
Look at Spurs now. They've got the best manager in the league now.
Yes, and would Spurs be performing the way they are if Jose wasn't back this season?
Ooh.
Would Spurs be performing the way they are if Jose wasn't back this season?
Good point. It's a good point.
Yeah.
But Arteta was
not just about.
But Jose got all his first targets. Make Arteta want to have seen and he never received.
No.
Hold on.
No, Samuel, do not sit here and tell me Arteta did not get back. I'm not having this. You
cannot complain about being back. You can't complain. You can't complain about not being back.
Right now, sorry, not Igal. Claude, what were you going to say?
You can't complain about not being back because Arteta said, I've got the full backing of the board and doing what I ask him to do. So don't complain about that. Don't complain about not being back.
So
He said he was fully supported by the board. right?
What do you want him to see? If he said I wasn't,
Claude. Use your logic. Just because he says that doesn't mean he's back. It's like saying something happened and you're taking it for what it is when you know it didn't happen. He was not back.
So he's saying they're bullshit.
He's covering. He's covering for the board. He's covering the board. What do you want him to see? What do you want him to see? Oh, I wasn't backed by the board. Obviously, he's gonna see it. I was backed. If he said no, the Cronkies never backed me.
Lacazette's a fraud.
They never. Okay, we know about that. Lacazette. He shouldn't be starting as well. But first of all, if Mikel Arteta came out and said the Cronkies haven't backed me, he's gonna throw a strop. He's not going to do that. He wants the job.
Put up with that? Would Jose put up with that? Tell me. Would he have put up with our board?
But Jose don't put up with it. Jose's out the job anyway. Like he was at Man United. He couldn't deal with it anymore. And they just said, listen, you got to go. So there's no win-win either way.
What the fuck?
There's no win. Jose doesn't win. It is a terrible weekend. But as I said, this season's going to have lots of blips. I seem like I'm the only fan that's been saying it. You lot,
listen, first of all, let's give Villa a lot of credit. Their midfield was outstanding tonight. Outstanding. Jack Grealish. There's a player we should have bought. Jack Grealish. Put the money down. Get some not some loanee from fucking Real Madrid who's fucking useless.
All right, Claude.
No, come on.
Man United wanted Grealish, and the outlandish fee that Villa wanted, Man United said, no, you know what, we're going to go for Van der Beek. Like, no one's going to go out and pay 80 million for Jack Grealish. It's not going to happen.
No, but Kesh. My point with Arteta is, right, before you man even knew about Aouar, right, when you had signed Gabriel and you knew Partey was an option, and Ceballos had come in as well, you were all completely fine with it.
No, we're not fine with it. We saw the game last season, and we said we needed creative outlets.
Let me finish. After 4 weeks, Kesh, let me finish. After 4 weeks of and when you guys were on your little good run of beating teams 1-0 when you should have actually lost, right? You were saying Gabriel's the best centre-back signing and Partey's better than Kante and he's dribbling this and he's doing that and oh my God, and Ceballos, don't sleep on Ceballos, he'll be fantastic. And then boom, what happened? Oh yeah, you got battered by my boy Ollie Watkins from Brentford, and Ross Barkley, the Chelsea agent, came up and was like, I'll show you what Techers is. You see that volley cross? Never. No Arsenal player will ever do that.
I want to ask the Arsenal fans a question.
That's the fan base. That's the fan base all over.
1 second, mate. Let me ask the Arsenal fans a question here. We can go through it in a sort of order here. There's been some improvements under Arteta. In my opinion, there's no doubt about it. I think it's very reactionary to call for his head right now, give him some time. But should there not be more criticism of a manager who has been here a year and has just lost 4 of his opening 8 Premier League games? That is not good enough at any level. Should there be more criticism of that, Kesh?
There should be criticism. There should always be criticism. There's things that he's not getting right and there's things that he's getting right. But at the same time, you have to check out our fixtures. We had City, Liverpool. Yes, we should have gone into those games and give more fight. But even with the fight, I still think we would have lost those games. There's not enough quality. When you look at who's playing up top, when you look at who's playing at right back, who's playing alongside Gabriel, these players are not good enough. And that's why I said last game when we beat Man United, I'm not calling no El Neni Pirlo. Like, fans are letting these little result get to their head. It's not that. So Arsenal is lacking a lot of quality. If you look at Ross Barkley and Grealish, those 2 players are good enough alone to be in our midfield.
Yes.
Are you joking? Are you joking me?
Ross Barkley's a baller.
Ross Barkley would go in your team.
Calling me saying these players are not good enough.
No, he is.
He said he is good enough. He is good enough.
Claude, have you got any messages for Mikel Arteta?
Yeah, send the Aubameyang back to the USA with troops. They can do their podcast.
It's time to go!
Sorry, classic, absolute classic. Hey, Gal, what do you want to say, mate? You've been sitting there very patiently and diligently. What do you want to say?
Okay, let's not get overreactionary. Okay, last week, you guys were saying Arteta had a masterclass. He beat Manchester United 1-0. That's how he set up to win the game. Today we lost. At the end of the day, we're not changing the manager today, tomorrow, the next day. So I don't get where all this Arteta out stuff came from. I feel like it's a lot of rivals throwing that out there as jokes just to banter us. I get that, but when it comes to Arteta, you can still criticize him for getting things wrong, but you can still support him as a manager, and that's where I'm at. I'm going to criticize him on where he gets things wrong, but I'm still going to back him as long as he's in the job, and I think he's still the right man for it.
Yeah, but you don't.
Yeah.
Don't criticize.
I criticize and you want the manager in.
Individuals. I support the football club. I don't support individuals. They're paid big salary to get this job right. Yeah. He's lost 4 games. He's lost to Villa, a team that nearly got fucking relegated last season. 3-0 at home. 3-0 at home. Right?
To be fair, one thing
3-0 at home. Let that plug in.
No, Claude, to be fair to Arsenal.
At home.
So to be fair to Arsenal, there is no such thing as home advantage right now. So you basically lost 3-0 on a neutral ground to a relegation team.
Right. Do you think Chelsea would have lost 3-0 tonight to Villa?
No.
Yes. If you were in a position, if you were in a Ponky's position, would you sack Mikel Arteta? Would you sack Mikel Arteta? Would you sack him?
As of right now, our defense has scored more goals than your whole team. So,
yes,
I got a question.
Sign the team is doing nothing. Sign the team.
No, it's not pinging his position. He's pinging out wide when he's a striker.
Neither is Timo Werner.
Obviously, that's why we have to question Arteta.
If you're an Arsenal fan, we can delve into all this stuff. Again, the home and away form thing's interesting because Man United, by the way, our home form is trash. Away from home, we've actually just broken a club record. Like Ollie's just won more away games on the bounce from home.
He's like the Undertaker, Ollie.
So yeah, there is
the Undertaker, isn't he? Jesus Christ! One minute you think it's you could Man United fans in out, shake it all about with Ollie.
And I hear that. But what I'd say about Arsenal when you look at them this season, yes, the Liverpool game, they're a brilliant team. They got beat 1-0 by City. City ain't that good this year, right? City have looked weak in all the games they've played, and they've barely scored more than 1 goal in a game for the last 6 or 7. When you went up against Leicester, you looked fine until you tried to open up, and then they caught you on the counter. Today, you went a goal behind from some good play. You never really went to open up, and as soon as you open up and put men forward, they caught you. That's why I'd worry as an Arsenal fan that when you play compact and you pack everyone behind the ball, teams struggle to break you down, but you barely score. As soon as you concede goals, you haven't got anything. Now, yes, part of that is quality of player. You've got a man like El Neni and Ceballos out there that are not good enough. However, some of that is system. Some of that is how you play at the same time because your team are drummed it. You're basically, without something horrible, you are playing rich man Stokes football. And then you're suddenly saying, right, go and attack when you go a goal or 2 down. And it isn't there. And I think there's got to be a realization that this is just maybe how you're going to play under Mikel Arteta. You're not going to be a mid-table team. You're going to be like a higher mid-table team. You're going to be a 7th. You're going to be a 6, something like that.
Let me say something.
The thing is, they don't have the defense to keep that up, in my opinion. That's
boys. When's that 4-3-3 getting?
Sorry, let me say something. Yeah, if you look at the way we play against Mold, it's a shit team. Yeah, he played a 4-3-3. He knows this team is not good enough to come to Premier League games and play against these Premier League teams. He's got a lot better quality and open up. He knows this team is not good enough. This team, we've been saying it. I don't understand why fans, a lot of fans were saying this even before last season, the season before, we're missing 4 to 5 players. And I don't understand what you expect to change. We've got the same team.
Then why did half your fans predict you to finish in the top 4?
Well, I'm not
Let me just say this, though. Where I disagree with that, and I look at Man United in the same way, so I'm fair to both teams. I think the only time I defend all these tactics is when people say there is no system, no patterns, no styles. I don't like the disingenuous, over-exaggerated methodology. But you've got better players than Southampton. You've got better players, in my opinion, squad-wise, than Leicester. You've got better players, in my opinion, than
Aston Villa, Palace, Everton.
I don't think they have better players than Leicester.
Not in midfield, we haven't.
You know what I would say, though? It's not in midfield.
Guys, let me finish my point. What I'm saying is, when you start to go through Arsenal's team, you got less Leeds are lower than you in the league, but they play better football more expansively than you. You're not playing expansive football because that isn't how your manager plays football. You have a better squad than Wolves, in my opinion. They've got players that would get into your team. You've got a better squad. They play better football. I think you've got a better squad than Everton. but they play better football than you. They're more expansive. The reason you are where you are in terms of the style, yes, part of it is players, right? But a lot of it is to do with how Arteta wants to play. Because if you had Pep come in and take over your team, he wouldn't go, all right, you have to play defensively for the next 3 years until the board give me enough money to improve the team. I think he would play expansively. I think that's where Arteta needs attention for me.
Yo,
I agree.
I think these signings with of like Gabriel and Saliba and the messiahs of centre backs coming in that Arsenal fans were making out them to be. The reason why Gabriel, the reason why Gabriel looks like good right now is because he's playing in the back three. I guarantee you, when my man plays in the back four, he'll get exposed hard. Do you see that back pass? He almost scored an own goal from a back pass. There are so many mistakes.
He did that on his debut as well.
That he gets away with. Now, listen, Arsenal fans. Yes, your defensive structure is good. You still ain't got the players to become a very, very good team. Like, you still need to wait a bit. And gassing up players like Gabriel, gassing up players like Willian. Oh, he rejected Chelsea. Come on now, look at it. Chelsea didn't want my man on a 3-year contract. He wanted them one.
KJ, do you remember William is better than Ziyech?
William was better than Ziyech.
Do you know what?
I don't know who said that.
That is ridiculous.
I don't know who said
Okay.
William better than ZX. Funny. Sonny Unfiltered is with us now. Sonny, what are you saying, mate?
First I want to say Aston Villa was absolutely world-class performance from them. I don't think anyone's giving Villa any credit at all. I thought that was absolutely brilliant today. And that's everything that we want to see from Arsenal. That's how we want to see Arsenal play, to be honest with you. And we're a million miles away from it. When Arteta came in, I mean, you know what? You've got to give credit where it's due, and you've got to criticise where it's due as well. When Arteta came in, I thought he'd be a resemblance of Pep. I thought Arsenal would be playing that type of football, and we haven't seen it. I mean, the stats don't lie. I mean, out of 8 games, we've lost half of them, which is not good enough, which is absolutely disgusting. That must be the worst performance I've ever seen. Well, one of the worst performances I've ever seen from an Arsenal team, and I'm absolutely disgusted by it. But and what I'll do to fix it is, it's probably they can't do it in January, but I'll sell Aubameyang and I'll sell Lacazette, and I'll start the rebuild all over again, because what they've done is not working. Because they haven't signed what we've got. We've now got a Brazilian Mkhitaryan playing. Who's come from Chelsea on free transfer. We've got him for the next 3 years on whatever he's on a week, and it's absolutely awful recruitment, awful style of play from Arteta. If they was winning, as Arsenal fans would have put up with it. Even though was used to a good style of play, that was a long time ago in Wenger's pomp, but it's not now. But the fact that they're losing as well is even worse.
I believe William's contract is 220k a week.
Yeah, what I'm going to say on this, though, what stands out massively about what you just said, though, and badly that pulls out on it. You look how much Aubameyang's being paid, barely scored a goal. William barely made any contribution. Lacazette is what he is. They're not going to be helped by the system. That's first and foremost. But these men are here, their contract extensions were for 3 years. No club is going to buy these players because of how much money they're earning. There's no way Aubameyang signs a new 3-year deal on £375,000 a week, the highest paid player in the league. And then in January or the summer, Arsenal try and sell him, and anyone's going to pay him anywhere close to 200 grand a week because of his age. Arsenal are never going to be able to get. That's bad management as a football club. On the Arteta thing, I've said this for a long time, and again, Gooners thought I was being salty, but I meant it just from a view. Since Arteta's left City defensively have become a worse team. For me, he was at City, he was a defensive coach. They have an American football. He was taking care of the defensive attributes, their shape, their stability, how they operate in defensive moments. He's taken all of that to Arsenal, but he has nothing else to his game. And I go back to a quote from man like DT back all those years ago on the All Guns Blazing podcast, where he said, I didn't protest in the cold and do everything I did to get Mikel Arteta. I think you may have just gone and got yourself a manager too early in his kind of career. Now, I'm not saying he's not going to develop.
I don't agree, Terry. Last week you were sucking him off, Terry. So I don't agree. Let's not be reactionary.
Let me finish my point before you jump in. If you as a fan base are prepared to give him the time, 3, 4, 5 years, he may develop into someone who's good enough to do it consistently. The problem is, I know your fan base. I've been watching you and making money off of you on social media for 5 years. I know how it's going to go. That's the point I'm getting to. Same with Chelsea with Frank. Frank's going to have up and down moments because he's young and he's inexperienced. Our team's prepared to stand by these managers through the tough times. We're already seeing people go, no, you know, I want him out already. So I just can't see it lasting, in my opinion.
What about the players? One second. I've been quiet the whole time. We've been talking about Arteta for 39 minutes. Nobody yet has mentioned the players' performances. These players did not perform today. And Arteta is to blame for some of the tactics, but these players did not show up. So let's call a spade a spade. Today, Arteta is going to get blamed. The players have to get equal blame too. I want to hear from your guys' mouths also.
You could call a spade a broomstick if you want, but it's not going to make a difference because at the end of the day, these players, they didn't turn up today. But when have they ever turned up? You know, they turn up 5 times a season. You know, they don't turn up. But having said that, Terry was 100% right. This system does not support the players. Right, the players that we've got. It's no point of having attacking players if you play a defensive system. It just does not make no sense at all.
I agree.
So on that, I disagree.
Look, I honestly think that we're all doing Arteta a disservice, like in one way, because when everyone's like, Arsenal have a better squad than Leicester or Wolves, or honestly, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Spurs fan, if you run through that first 11, there's so much like poor players in it. Like, take Partey out that midfield. Would any of us take any of their midfielders? Would any of us really take any of their defenders?
Josh,
look,
I said that at the
one thing I want to say, yeah. Like, even if you compare Ollie Watkins to Aubameyang, yes, Aubameyang's been a much better player throughout his career, but he's coming to the end of it now. Ollie Watkins is a young, up-and-coming player that's outscored the Arsenal team. I would have Ollie Watkins right now. Like, there's no star like quality in that team that I want on current form. Like, there's no one that I'd want.
Josh, there's many Arsenal fans who said sell Aubameyang, right? And they got crucified. Me, one of them. Claude was another. A lot of us said sell Aubameyang, right? Now they've got to take Aubameyang past a long-term contract. I'll cash in on the geezer, right? He's still got it. I'm not saying he's still got it, but go on, mate.
There's no place where he can go. Do you not know the contract size for this 31-year-old man? No club is going to try and pay peas to get him off that now. Like,
he's a world-class player, mate. He's a world-class player.
No, he's world-class, but he's also 31.
He's not showing it.
31. No one's going to be paying 50 million plus for Aubameyang right now. Like,
how many goals has he scored?
Plus the wages. Plus the wages.
One.
Me,
and it's a penalty.
He
scored against Fulham as well.
Scored against Fulham.
Bit of admin first before we go. We've gone member chat only. So if you want to get your comments in, sign up now to become a member from as little as 99p per month. Keep hitting that like button. We're actually live streaming ahead of AFTV right now. So a massive shout out to everyone that's made that possible.
That's not hard. It's not hard with it. Not with the players they've got in there. That's not
a massive reaction show in the history of the football terrace. So hit that like button right now and do me a big favor. Go into the link in the description below and subscribe to the Football Terrace Clips account and sign up to our brand new newsletter that's coming soon. When I can't wait. Hopefully next week we're gonna have the announcement or so for the big new partnership we're doing. Football Terraces, GAM Places. That's all I can say. I'm getting a bigger damn swimming pool. That's what I'm doing.
Terry, can I just give you one for the clips again?
I work hard. I work fast. I grew up on a housing estate.
Terry, can I give you one?
Thank you there for the super chat with nothing being attached to it. What did you say, Sonny? I didn't hear you.
Terry, let me give you one for the clips, right? And it should actually go as facts. The best people on AFTV are actually sitting on your stream at the moment. That's the reason why AFTV are dead.
Listen, what don't speak, don't lie. So I'm going to keep silent on that one.
Yeah.
Mum's
Josh,
word.
Josh, the thing is, I wonder
if you think a fair actor just gone to the America and
yo, this is a football terrace. This is the terrace. Why are we chatting about AFTV?
He brought it up.
Congratulations to Troops, man.
Yes, exactly. Well done, him.
Josh, I want to. Josh, I was going to say with your last point about are they really better than certain teams? I said at the start of the season, they are the 8th best team in the league. I said it.
100%.
I said it. They're the 8th best team in the league, and they all looked at me and said, "I said they're in a little group with Southampton, with Burnley, with teams like that. They're not in the Tottenham, Chelsea, United conversation. They aren't, and they didn't want to listen to me.
Making his debut on the show right now. This guy was viral yesterday. One of the funniest Man United fans on social media. Hopefully, this is going to work and bring him on. You just about to put him in. He disappeared. Daniel's going to come in on the show. I can't wait to get Daniel on. I'm sorry. Yeah, look, Arsenal don't look. Arsenal. I agree with what you said. I'd like the Arsenal fans to answer this as well. I agree with this sort of sense that they don't have as good a squad as Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham.
Leicester,
Where it becomes embarrassing. Where it becomes embarrassing, right? No. On a level, they do have better squads than the majority of the Premier League. But even when they play the lesser teams, they sit behind the ball. They're not playing expansively. They're not attacking. So this kind of notion of they had better players, they would do it. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I've been getting told for 12 months now by Arsenal fans, it's coming soon. The 4-3-3 is on its way. It's going to be unleashed soon. It's going to be unleashed soon. Listen, I've been getting told for 25 years that the sequel to The Goonies is coming out, and it never. And that's how everything is starting to feel to me. Claire here with a super chat says, Arsenal have created the new Ozil situation with Aubameyang. Claire, I think that's a fair point.
And William. Don't forget about William.
But where was the creativity today? Everyone says
on the opposite side of the pitch,
Yeah,
fam.
that's what I was going to say.
Really,
You haven't got no creativity. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying. If you can, whatever faults he's got is better than what we've got at the moment.
Yeah,
it's not even that you have no creativity. You don't play a system that even would allow a creative player to even play.
Well,
that's a lie. That's actually a lie.
That's not a lie.
It's a lie.
No,
if you watch us in Europe, last week during the week, yeah.
What against Mulder?
Yes, we did, and we weren't able. That's what I'm trying to say. And we weren't even that creative against them. So we played a system that allowed players to be creative, and we still weren't creative.
No, but Kesh, I'm saying even in spite of you not having the player, you don't even play the system that would allow the player.
No, but I'm saying we played the system and we still didn't create.
Kesh, who is your most creative player at Arsenal?
Ozil. Danny's sideways.
It's Manuel from 40 Towers. It's Sabas, isn't it?
Right now it's Saka.
Yeah, I agree.
Is Danny backwards?
No, it's not Danny backwards. It's Saka, but don't play him in the right position.
It's terrible. I got a question for Arsenal fans. I wonder I think Claude's already in the Arteta out club, same as Man.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Okay.
I'm entitled to criticise him.
You're entitled.
But when you say things like he shouldn't have even got the job, that leads me to believe. And correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I'm being honest. I didn't think he should have got the job.
Cool, let me finish. I'm saying that with what you've said, you're on like the edge, bruv. Like when you say man shouldn't have got the job anyway, I think he's only a few more embarrassing defeats away from "it's time to go" coming out your mouth. I can imagine it's time to go.
Any manager's worth his own salt would not come to Arsenal. Anyone who's worth anything would not come to Arsenal because they don't get backed.
The cycle's so predictable, isn't it? The cycle just keeps going round and round.
That's the thing. If you compare us to Chelsea, if you try to compare us to Chelsea and say they keep sacking their managers, the difference between Chelsea and Arsenal is Chelsea sacked their manager. Immediately that manager gets backed fully and he gets what he wants and you'll see immediate results. But Arteta, this is what happened. They gave him the head coach. They took him from head coach to manager. He wanted Arwa. He did not get Arwa. I still thought at the beginning of the season when we got Partey, that meant it was a big change. But guess what? I've been duped. It's not specifically means we're going to win every single game.
Can I say something to David?
Arteta also, the best number one was playing for them tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
Our number one goalkeeper was playing, but that was his decision, by the way. That was his decision.
Yep.
Here we go.
When Arsenal's aiming, because all fans want to get back to Champions League, as a club, you're getting outspent by most of the mid-table clubs, spending more than Arsenal. There's loads of players who shouldn't be in the team and they're still here. That's for me. That's not backing your team.
Cash, he got back. Cash, he got back. None of you.
You're going to get top 4.
Cash, I was hearing from Arsenal fans. You had a better chance winner than Tottenham. You can't say, oh, we had a better chance winner than this team, and we're gonna. And you, all of you, no, I kid you not, Cash. I'm not Cash. I'm not even talking about you, but quite a few Arsenal fans said themselves, Arteta is going to finish top 4 this year. I felt you were setting him up for failure from the start because you're not the 4th best team in this league.
I agree.
You won.
Arsenal fans and United fans, like, we need to realize that we're the same thing. So when we do this back and forth of banter, your Banter FC,
we're not scumbags.
It don't matter because we both are the same thing. We're both ran by two sets of ownership that don't care about football. So my thing is this: when United do bad, the last thing I want to see is Arsenal fans doing the banter team, because I already know what's coming around the corner, fam. We are the same thing. We have very similar issues, and to be honest, y'all complaining about that player, this manager, We all know what the issue is at Arsenal, fam, and it's the people you are run by your club, fam. The people who run by your club.
There's a great comment here from.
You've got the players. No, Lee, you've got the players, but you haven't got the manager. If you had Pochettino or someone higher, you would be going a lot higher than what you are.
Okay.
That's questionable because the reason why that's questionable because you're the same fan base. No, the same fan base that you got are saying that we're terrible, that Leno is better than De Gea, that Partey is better than Pogba, that all these different players that you've got are better than our players.
Well, but you're listening to that brat with a hat. Again, you're listening to the brat with a hat.
It's not about DT.
You're listening about him. What's the problem with you lot? You listen to DT.
Brat with a hat.
Because he goes out, because he has coffee mornings with Leno, he's the best goalkeeper.
Listen,
right? That's DT for you. Don't get me in, but don't get me started. Yeah.
Address your point. We had 2 of the best managers of the past 30 years manage our club under the Glazers post Fergie, and it ended in exactly the same way that Ollie's career is going. So when people say if you had a top manager, you'd get a tune out of this team, I can't agree with that because we've had 2 of the best. LVG and Jose Mourinho have achieved more in football than the vast majority of Premier League managers, like across the board, barring Fergie, Pep and Klopp. They've done more than any other managers.
That's rubbish. Mourinho took a second with that team, the players. They're not as good as these players, Well, he's got now. He took the second place and he won trophies. He won trophies for you. So
that's retrospective thinking and rewriting history. At the time when we had that squad, when we had Mkhitaryan sign, Zlatan sign, Pogba sign, everyone was like, "Oh, United are back. They're going to do biz."
So you gave him to us,
Hang on, mate. Hang on. It's only when you look back and see that players are flop. When we signed Bastian Schweinsteiger and
Memphis
in Memphis, everyone was like, "Oh my days, United are going to kill it." It's only when you look back, go, "Oh, they're all crap, really." When you guys signed Ceballos, we all thought it was going to be a good signing. When you got Lacazette, we all said it was going to be a good signing because of what they do before. It's only when you look back, you go, "That was a waste of 50 million quid or whatever Ceballos cost." I think it's just revisionism there.
Real Madrid don't just send players out on loan if they're fucking brilliant. They're putting them in
very true.
Oh yeah, Terry.
Do not send players out on loan if they're fucking brilliant players. Yeah,
Terry. Can I say a stat? Terry, can I say a stat?
Look at how much.
Go on, David.
Arsenal Football Club have not scored an open play goal in the Premier League for 6
we know all that, David. We know that. We know that.
Defensive manager.
Gal, you were saying something then when Claude was talking. What's up?
Okay. When you're talking about Real Madrid sending out players, look at how much Rodriguez. Look at what do you call it? Kovacic. They send out players. It doesn't necessarily mean those players.
And what did he do today for Everton?
He didn't do much.
The other day. It was rubbish. No, they're not quite. They're not that. They're not. Listen. They're good for 2 or 3 games. 2 or 3 games they'll play well, and then that's it. The reason these players like Morata and all these players that all go all around Europe. What are they doing? Come on.
Nothing. Can I just say though? So
are the players not good enough?
Again, one second. You can't. Arteta, you can't get a tune out of Arteta, right? If you give the geezer a piano with half the keys missing, who's going to play a tune?
1 second, Claude. Are the players good enough to get top 4 in your opinion for Arsenal? Because if they are good enough to get, if the players are good enough to get top 4, when they underachieve, if we underachieve, then it's on Arteta. But if you don't think the players, let me finish. If you don't think the players are not good enough, and you don't think the manager's not good enough, that's a completely different story. What do you say?
Egal.
Are they good enough for top 4? No. Chelsea and Spurs are far superior.
So then when Arteta
and if Man United get Pochettino in, I think they'll even jump over us as well. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah. If we get top 4, even with Ollie, if we win that game in hand, we go. We can't have you.
Really?
Wow. We didn't go 30 games. We didn't go 30 games without winning an away game, right? If in the top 6, if we was any good, let's get that noted down. We're not top 4. We're not in the top 4 material. If we get there, it'd be through other teams slipping, like it always has been. But Arsenal. I've got to end the stream now. I've got some stuff to do. Didn't even hear from Rack. Hello, mate. Welcome. Sorry, bruv. It's been a mad one tonight. It's just nice. We go into the international break. My one.
By the way, Kerry, I'll end up. I'll give credit to Sonny. He was absolutely right. Villa were fucking brilliant today. Absolutely.
Villa, they were absolutely excellent tonight. An interesting weekend. We're gonna be back tonight, midnight vibes with man like Elite KJ. So make sure you tune in midnight tonight. And then we've got all the club podcasts in the week. We've got all the clickbait news shows from me. Got a big tactics show out in the morning, all about Frank Lampard's and that's not a innuendo or euphemism. It's a big.
Take William back.
Do me a big favor and smash the like button. Biggest stream ever.
We're a retirement home for Chelsea now. Bloody retirement home, mate.
All right, cool. I'm just doing the outro. Thanks, mate. I'll come around your house and you're performing and talk, mate. Listen, biggest live stream ever in Football Terrace history tonight. A massive thank you to all of you for making. We actually were live streaming and had more viewers than AFT live, which is amazing. I think got 1,000,001 subs. So big up everyone that tuned in to us here. Thank you. Hit the like button, share button, retweet button. Take care. Good night. God bless. And Arteta, one final message for you.
It's time to go!